We are jumping to the diddlers of PE.
The diddlers.
The diddlers, the guys who were diddling before Diddy was diddling.
Bro stole my phrase.
Sure. One ten so did a plus kuma meet and money mama handsome plate and ditina na suko ikuma percent to soko nigga one ten so did a plus kuma meet help plus kuma meet help plus kuma meet sure.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to yet another episode of GLC. So today we have quite serious topics today. We are touching on serious subjects, but before we get into that, it's Bangs over here, and to my right,
Van Kissy, man. The brother, the best friend. And today's topics are pretty hard because we're touching on the social issues that are facing us, especially here in the city of GQ.
Yeah, man. Not just GQ, man. The whole, the country. Yeah.
Yeah, and going from like justice for Kwe, and I forgot the girl's name, but the one that was assaulted. Being closer.
Yeah.
Timothy Omotosa, and it just goes to like one show Guzi. The justice system in South Africa, man, is just not for everyone.
Yeah, man. Also, let's not forget to keep it local. Up at Bai, we are touching on the diddlers.
The diddlers, bro. The diddlers, you know?
We have diddlers up at Bai.
The niggas that diddled before diddle even diddled, bro. The question is, did they do it?
But hey, man, stay tuned. So yeah, let's jump right into it, man. Which one you want to go with first?
I'm starting with Timothy Omotosa, dog, since it's like the closest one.
All right. So we're gonna circle back to the one you did last.
We're gonna circle back to that one now.
Okay,
but
sure.
Can we start with this one, bro? Now. Timothy Omotosa, right, was charged.
Shots.
With human trafficking, rape.
Yeah.
And countless other charges.
Yes, it was like I think he had like 63 or 64 charges.
Yeah, bro.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, sorry, doing a Kaulang, and he had two. I forgot their names, but he had two assistants. Yeah, well, people who were helping him.
Was it the girls that prayed with him when they announced that all of his crimes are
I think so.
Damn, did you see that shit?
They were also arrested as well.
Were those two girls?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dude, when you're an accomplice to a crime, you get arrested.
I thought they were like one a part of the congregants that were just visiting.
No.
Crazy business, bro.
No.
But like I saw that, and I saw them like as soon as the judge was like, yeah, he's not guilty and everything. Yo, bro, I've never felt so much rage, bro. Violence come out of me. Because, damn, bro. Man went down on his knees same time with those two girls next to him, and they prayed in the court, bro. In the courtroom, and I'm just like, yeah, talk like that. Look, for me personally, right? People can believe whatever they want to believe, and according to the law, he's free. But then again, can you really trust your South African law?
Yeah.
Yo,
I mean, at some point, some people actually pulled back like it charges Abo. I don't know how to put it in like in like in such a way whereby I really the word slipped my mind right now, but like so the charges dropped from 64 charges to like 30 something.
Yeah.
And then it was like crazy because now why are you pulling back? But even so, we
know he did it, bro.
That's not what I'm saying.
Allegedly.
Because.
But do you know what my chat is to that? The reason why they pulled off.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't believe Timothy Omotosa was working alone.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the man had bigger people that are his handlers, right? And if we go back to his study of law, and law was invented to protect the rich and their assets, right?
Sure.
South African law, like it or not, it can be bought. It's happened multiple times back in the past. Hence, like a lot of cases had to be revisited.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's one of those cases as well, where his handlers we're not done with you yet.
Okay.
Yeah, what?
So they're gonna buy your freedom.
we're gonna buy Nwana all the charges. So the people that were pulling out, I don't think those people, even if they're not gonna come out and say it Abanya Baba, I don't think they had a choice. Yeah, boy. I think it was a matter of Ndwana, we know your child goes to school.
And your child goes to this school.
So here's a picture. Anonymous. Bloop.
I get you.
Are you still fighting against Omotos? And then you're like, no.
My thing, I don't have a lot of information regarding Indoka Omotoso because I never read about it, because at the time it came out, I was pretty young. 2017.
We were in high school, bro.
That was the beginning of high school.
Yeah.
That was the beginning of high school. Yeah, but so, and I never paid attention to all of that. So that's why I don't have a lot. That's why I don't have a lot of information on it. Yeah, but do I think it's innocent?
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on,
bruv. Come on. I personally, I don't think he's innocent, but the law deems him innocent. So who am I to say?
Hey, man.
Yeah, but because I didn't study law.
Do you know what else makes me feel makes me believe he's not innocent?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then when it comes to law, right, you get criminal lawyers, you get like normal lawyers, right, and so on and so on. Criminal lawyers defend criminals, like niggas that what's about. No, he did it, but let's make sure Guti doesn't go to jail. Criminal lawyers are assigned a line, right? But Timothy Omotos had a criminal lawyer defending his case.
Well, yeah, I mean, he said he's not guilty, so he.
No. When you charged with something, when you're wrongfully accused, you can get a proper lawyer to clear your allegations. He never got an actual lawyer. He went straight to the criminal lawyer.
Damn. So.
But I'm not saying Bangabana what people should think of that, but you know. And then again, you can imagine when that man is free now, what are all of these victims gonna feel?
That dog. That's the craziest part, because if you watch, I don't know if you watch the videos, but people were actually celebrating that bro is actually free.
Bro,
like about baby weird dog, like baby like baby.
Donna, I saw videos about Makulu, bro, and she was on the notion. A whole granny, bro. You know, Como London is a sign of the tattoo, bro. Like they stole your mind, like that's like brainwashing.
They brainwashed you.
You know, like you can you can say what you call this. The man is a criminal. The man is what. But there's one thing you got to give to him. The man was clean when it came to the brainwashing.
Fair.
Yeah, but the manipulation and brainwashing, he was clean with that one. But my chat is still on the victims, bro. Because if Omotoso, right, can walk free, people knowing Bangabana, they are victims and they're these things and these things and these things. What about like case Kaktoekto? What are the chances that the person that actually assaulted Kaktoekto is going to walk free? Is going to walk free or is going to get justice?
Dog. Speaking on Kaktoekto, you and Kaktoekto is very touchy, because now they did the DNA tests, right?
They got them.
I mean, the results apparently, well, the results say the principal is DNA. They couldn't find it's negative.
Yeah.
The caretaker now, I think, I'm not quite sure about the caretaker, but I know about the principal. Yabo. So like what happens now?
So
bro, I'm not
7, bro.
Because
is that anal penetration is wild to a 7-year-old.
Bro, both holes.
Yeah, I know, but what you call this? Apparently, there was more anal penetration than vaginal penetration.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, to a 7-year-old, like people our age, when they speak about sex, they don't want anal penetration. It makes it like to a child.
7.
Yeah, boy. And then it reverts back to as a most. You get a lot of gents and that hop on the notion of good team. no, she obviously got raped because where she was, why was she there? Okanye like say some things ukuthi bangabana, no, but then these girls dress slutty. Is that the same case?
Clearly, for Nene, it's not about how you dress.
Yeah, what?
Clearly, it's not about you dress because now, if it was a matter of how you dress, then that wouldn't have happened to Utwek.
Especially at school.
At school, still
in school uniform,
where she's actually supposed to be taken care of.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, I know.
So it goes like that, and I was talking to what you call this psychologist, right? Recently befriended this other man, and he owns his own what. And then we were talking about this case, and then he said, "Mfana, I deal with cases like this more than once a month, and every time the victims get the harsh end of the stick." And then what you call this, he hopped on the notion of ukuthi bangabana. Yabona, this thing of it's old. It happened last year.
Yeah.
It's not new. The only reason why what you call this South African law is acting the way it's acting now is because it reached social media. Yeah, well, had it not reached social media and people not do the protest and whatsoever, got guati, this, that, they wouldn't have acted the way they're acting right now.
They would have let it slide.
Yeah, well. And then he was like, there's high chances Ukutukweko is just going to end up as another victim that never got justice. And then she's going to go throughout her whole life and then only speak up when she's like in her 20s or in her 30s in victims group. And that's when the long arm of the law is going to kick in. But then who's to say Ukuti the victimizer is going to be alive by then?
Because I didn't watch la podcast interview but
yo, no, bro,
she also mentioned that about 10 years ago she was raped as well.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. And fair to now my thing is this, Fed, like how, like at what point does the, because I even said this on my TikTok, at what point where Ujongo 7 yeah, that one. Yeah, that's my type, that one. That's the one I want.
Yeah.
Like at what point when do you think you find a 7-year-old attractive? Never mind a 7-year-old for an attractive.
Maybe 8 months, bro. Because this other time I bro that smashed his 8-month-old child.
Funny, and not even 8 months, bro. She was like
infant, and then the infant died, bro.
Yeah. Bro, he's like,
and it's like things like that, bro, that makes you actually question what's really going on in South Africa. Oh, but on that, Anna, here's my take to it. So I was actually checking the way I know what's okay, cool. There's a lot of sexual offenses in South Africa, quite this, quite that, and I'm a person that likes to understand shit. So I went on and checked it, bro, and South Africa is one of the countries that consumes pornography the most. And I think la way and of porn consumption did warp ingqondo zamajita lapha South Africa. Yeah, but with those things ukuthi bangabana a woman should be handling ngendlela ithile. And bangabana
niggas forgetting porn is something that's scripted, it's acted.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's not really something that's actually it's not true.
Yeah. From the titles bangabana stepdad smashes daughter, from the Watwa to Guti, as much as those things are just titled to actually
take them literally.
Niggas want to take that away and they like want to absorb that into them. This is real.
It's real. It's normal.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, but forgetting about they get paid for doing that.
Do that.
It's their job.
And those people aren't really teenagers or kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Because they are people in their 20s.
Yeah, boy.
Because you can't you can only start doing porn from 18. Yeah.
Yeah, boy. So South Africa has a high porn consumption, and the porn consumption has warped in South Africa. There's a problem. South African men have a sex problem, a porn problem, where they don't view sex as a matter of getting intimate with the person that they love, but they view sex as in a way where they need to dominate, in a matter of I need to beat that kitty up. Yeah, more. With the oils and shit and the watwati and then don't. So I kind of think that also plays a big role into sexual offenses, because even if you see in those videos I used okay, yeah.
Ziveze, 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 ziveze,
Bro, I was in high school. I was a
ziveze,
teenager.
ziveze, ziveze. Dagdaisa. Don't explain.
At one point, I was a teenager. Bro.
Don't explain.
Huh? The mother's watching this. Nah.
I'll
My
show
mother
it.
doesn't stay on YouTube.
I'll show it.
I'll
show you.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
But like, even if you're checking these videos, alright, that's not actual sex, bro.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole lot of these niggas putting their feet on the girl's head, and a whole lot of aggressive stuff where you like, how is this working?
Yeah.
Bro.
Funny enough, I remember touching on this subject here, this porn subject before I go back to the role it plays to Ingqondo Zamachita ne. Kevin Hart once made a joke about during his stand-up sake. He said he tried to do some shit that they do in porn to his wife. Ne, with his wife. Yeah, bro. He spat on his wife, and his wife was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? This is not porn, bro. This is intimacy." Yeah, bro. So with that actually tells you in Dogbana, porn is just a way of I don't know, man. Maybe it's
for me. It goes to show and porn is actually not good for society.
Yeah, because it gives gents a total different perspective of sex.
Yeah, and it also gives women know a man's schlong is supposed to be this long.
That's not what we're touching on today.
But I'm just
That's
saying,
not what we are touching on today. That's a topic for another day.
It gives off different perspectives. Like,
Yeah.
It gives off
okay, but like
for everyone.
Okay,
I know that's not what we're touching.
That's not what we're touching on today.
Deep,
today we are touching on sensitive stuff.
Yeah,
bona.
Yeah.
Today we are touching on sensitive stuff because now, no, but like on a serious note, though, like it's not. I could grand la way, bro, because now niggas doing these things. It's. People are not gonna say. People are not gonna say, "Oh, Ubani, Yabo is raping girls," or "Ubani is doing this." They're gonna say, "Men." Men, Yabo. So now that does not that with the whole thing of saying bana men, it includes the men,
the whole gender,
the whole men. It doesn't matter whether we're not you grape or not. Yabona. It includes everyone. Yabona. It includes everyone to a point whereby now females, yabo, women are afraid yabona, to even interact. Yabona. To even walk. Yeah, because I saw a post from the city, but nothing is more frightening to be walking at night, and then there's a woman in front of you, and when you're walking behind her, and then when you're trying to walk fast so that you can walk past her, but then she's thinking when you are trying to harm her. So now with these brews doing what they're doing right now, it's yes, because now it's kind of like proving what women are actually thinking. In terms of what I just like said right now. And I call grand la way. Because where do you come off forcing your way to any woman, let alone another person's child for nini? How would you feel if that happened to your family member, your child, your mom, your grandmother?
Talk about rape in prison. They're like, I don't want to go to prison, bro. They're gonna rape me. Why don't niggas apply the same knowledge being outside?
Exactly.
Like niggas know they wouldn't want to get anally penetrated by another man.
Facts. So why do you want to go and do that to why do you want to go do? Because I remember, I think it was early last year. The Spa. I was coming back from Spa, buy a few things for Angelini, and on my way back, one friend, this other bro, he's dead endleleni, middle of the road, he's dead. Yabona, he's dead, bro. Heard the story. Tolin Nawa raped this other granny. A grandma. He raped this other granny. Umphakathi front does not play. Community does not play.
Yeah.
The cops came after, bro. They were like, all right, Bill. And then they fired.
This is gonna sound like I'm inciting violence and that, but I really believe on the case that there shouldn't have been questions asked.
They shouldn't have.
Like, this is the only time that I'm gonna say that I'm gonna like.
You're gonna promote violence.
Yeah.
This is the only time you're gonna promote violence. Same.
And because in most protests, and then you're like, guys, when you protest and then prove your point, don't go and bend the school.
Yeah.
You want education. Yeah, well, at this point, when I heard and I saw that lady talk on someone, she said, "Bangabana, Putina, we have a house. We're gonna sell it to your uncle. We don't mind starting from scratch to get justice for our daughter." Yeah, well, and you know how TikTok be, bro, and then they take like clip, then they add music behind it, and then you're like, bro, touch my heart, bro.
Yeah.
And then I was like, shit, bro, like I can feel a tear here, bro. I'm like, damn, no one deserves that.
Yeah, well, that's the only time now I'm afraid I'd say, burn that motherfucker.
Yeah, well,
burn that motherfucker. And Masien Songe. Who's gonna get arrested? Masien Songe.
And then he checked down was like, burn the school, bro. Don't even ask, because he's not gonna say anything. The principal.
The caretaker's not gonna say anything.
So it's simple. Take the caretaker, take the principal, lock him in a room, and show them things. Boy, tell them you're gonna say something you've never seen before. And then
they need John Mongrel. Oh, you doing this to kids? You doing this to kids? I'm gonna show you.
You know?
I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, but they need shit like threaten their lives, so that they can actually come up with the truth. Because Nana, imagine
yeah, was a Cooper.
And as a matter of fact, these guys aren't just gonna shoot. These guys are gonna do it slowly. They're gonna start with their foot and be like, yeah, so how was it? Yeah, but no, but
hypothetically. Hypothetically.
Yo, shout out to him.
Shout out to him. Shout out to you.
Yo,
shout out to my barber dog.
Where I was like, burn the school, bro. Burn the man. Burn the other guy. Burn everything.
Burn everything.
Yeah, bro.
Burn it, bro.
And then on this case, go with that women are scared and to actually walk outside and imagine on that being a woman already being scared and for your life because you know something might happen when you walk outside.
Yeah.
And then can go on this notion of that people hate Xhosa people. Now you're scared because you're a Xhosa girl. And then you're a woman. You're a woman and you're Xhosa.
Yo, you jumped on the one Lomdana lo message Jose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's a double fuck.
It's tribalism.
It's tribalism.
It's tribalism for one.
Yeah, bro. And then now you're just there like, fuck. Should I walk out? Should I not walk out? As soon as someone hears you says, "Hi, bro," they're like, "Uli Xhosa." Yeah, boy. Then you know shit's about to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. And I think it started off as a joke at first.
It was a joke at first.
Yeah, but
it was a joke at first.
Social media joke. Who are the worst trap to take? Xhosa women. Who's the worst? Xhosa men. You know. Till eventually, and when
keep that serious.
And niggas took it seriously.
Yeah.
Some niggas don't know how to take jokes.
Facts.
Because here's what I was saying to my friend, and I was saying when we were talking about this. I was like, remember when we went to school, and then there were those kids that you know, those are special ed kids. They wore uniform. They went to special schools, and we're older now. Those kids are a part of society.
I mean, they always have been.
Yeah, I know, but then now you can't identify which law is special.
Yeah.
So now we're going in a world where you don't know what's new special, but you're just going there. Those kids, I'm not putting the blame on anyone, bro. But some of the things that are being done are normal. So anyway,
so gents, We are jumping to the diddlers of PE.
The diddlers.
The diddlers. The guys who were diddling before Diddy was diddling.
Bro stole my phrase. I was gonna say that.
No, it's fine. I'm done already here.
But the question is, did they or did they not did it?
Yeah, we're gonna see.
Can you pass me my phone? There's a list over there.
No one would make a crazy ass story like that.
So facts. So
Okay,
let me just jump off to the one I saw on the internet. So according to a Facebook post by Pushing Bengashe,
Yeah.
she was like, Liema Isaac no Likaise Kobodo. Likaise Kobodo, we went to the same primary school, but that's a story for another day. So the story goes as Liema Isaac no Likaise Kobodo. Uthi nisezoke nicacisele nayenzayo yosirobhisa eMotherwell. This is how the story goes. We asked Ulika Kobodo to take us home. Sisuka emgidini sonke, and then he said he wants to go drop off some girls going in a guest house in year 5. Then they didn't have a problem with that. Now Ulika Kobodo said they must get out of the car, go into the house to chill. So the girls started panicking. So we started panicking because it was getting late. When we reminded Lika about us going home, he said, "Don't worry, and go to Usa." Fine. Liema Isaac Wahamba, he went first to go home with his girl. Then they didn't mind. We reminded Lika again, but we want to go home. Then wasn't the umdop is phone in, but he has to go because mama ke uyambiza sakomba ibonjani ke ngoku. Fine, he left Ulika Sashiega Glandlo. We tried requesting to go home, but as a man ride because apparently that side was very dangerous according to the drivers. This girl says about 3 to 4 hours later, Sitleli, and then they also Saroja Sanya. Saroja Sanya. Gunshots Zakala, left, right, and center. People getting robbed. I think 3 people got stabbed and one of them was unconscious. Sasicinga uswelekile lamfana indlela sasine stress ngayo. One girl wabethwa ngegani enhloko and then she was also unconscious. Then kube khona who was sexually assaulted by Ababantu that these 2 motherfuckers organized to rob us. Kwakunzima ulala, was so traumatized bethuna ndibawela no commit suicide because kaloku mna ndingulowo woyikayo ingathi i-rapist Lieto Mafeke is le izobuya izondigqibezela. And then she goes off to say, Liema Isaac and Likayise Gobodo, I pray what you did to us catches up with you in the future. Ingaske nife ninye plus nababantu baseropayo nina andiphinde ndinilibale too. And then there were some comments from a girl I know by the name of Vulikona Gordon. She said, I still have the scar of being hit with a gun in my head that night. Also, another girl like Lilita Vice, she's like, I gave Lika the benefit of the doubt because he was always a sweetheart. But now that we chat, it's also so weird because the same thing was said to us. He literally came to me and asked me, then I said, I'll probably request, he'll take us home, my friend and I thought Sasingazongena Glandlu, and he said Masingene nje for a few minutes. He said to me he was going to drop off 2 girls that stayed in U7, then he'll come back. Then Tina uzosigotusa. I go to Guyana since indlela. He didn't come back as he promised. When I called him, he said his mom said he should rush home. So 2 girls have the same. So he said the same excuse to 2 different girls about his mom.
Yeah.
We were all lured. We were all lured to that place because they knew we would be comfortable since most of us knew each other. Lika came to my house the same day and I was still covered with blood. Lamfana. I thought he came to check up on me. Now that Uteta Lendo, I am realizing that Ebezo Chongaba, how much do we know? Oh, Bayozeba Patale. Fine. That's the first story I saw. Second post I saw was from a girl, Kwezimtwa. She said, while we're still at it, I am posting this on behalf of Ichomiam because Ichomiam, who is also a victim of rape, Geba uyiposta ngokwakhe le nto, but she fears into yoba lo mntu, and then she mentions his name, Anathi Richitanesi. Fuck, I know this guy.
Damn.
Angambuyele, or anyone who knows him, ambuyele ba why ezothetha ngoku bethuna Lumgeleni Lumfana. Uchomi felt triggered as people are exposing their perpetrators, and she felt the need to raise awareness amongst Lumfana. His name is Anatiri Chitames. He invited Uchomi. She asked for name to not be exposed. Around the year.
This is Bay Speaks.
Okay.
Yeah, what? Can you see that?
Okay. So around the 2020, Kanduya has by intentions like Zitini. I'm going to post a screenshot of a message girl explaining Yonge Indo.
Also, what you call this? No, it's a good and we're going to be posting these on our social media pages.
Yeah.
All of them, yeah, boy. Including the Bay Speaks,
sure.
Like this page right here. And then including the Bay Speaks, and then we're also going to be tagging them on the bio.
Okay.
And because I was going to read out all of the stories, but then there's like way too many confessions, bro.
Yeah, there's way too many confessions to us to go.
But we're just going to like do the Bay Speaks.
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
And like while we still at it, and then like we're closing it off right now with these diddlers.
Yeah.
And
there's still more diddlers.
No, there's still more diddlers coming out, right? But what we're gonna do is that each and every episode, till we feel like we're happy.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep on calling them name by name in every episode that's gonna come out of JLC.
True.
Yo.
So all in all, guys, but I just want to say from my point is now, since these people are coming out and these victims are coming out, I'm gonna say personally, please beware of Anatiri Chitamesi. Please beware of Uliema Isaac.
Brett Vogel.
Please beware of Uli Kakoboto, because these people are saying these guys are perpetrators. So I'm gonna go with what they're saying and say Ubana. Yeah. Please be aware of these guys. Yeah, because who knows who's next? Including
what you call this? Allegedly
these niggas are perpetrators. Yeah, so according to these stories. So I'm gonna go with what I'm reading, because
I'm gonna go with the masses because we don't have proof. These stories are too crazy for people to just come on and lie about them.
Exactly.
Yeah, so names like Oluetichi Kumbu the Bear, and Somila Komfa, Luyolo, Daddy O, Okuhle Bota, and who else?
Yeah, just to name a few.
Just to name a few. Also, that girl Inga Toyisi. I don't know why they're hating on her, and but I'm just like, huh?
She basically got all celebratory and rubbed it in people's face that Omatoso is free.
Oh snap!
Wow. So she was celebrating while Omatoso is free.
Yeah.
Beware of her as well.
Beware of her, Brett Vogel. And also that teacher from Strelitzia that keeps on touching on these little kids. Stanley, bro.
Yeah, bro. Because there are stories coming out about him as well. So
and like my childhood run and there's that when kids are getting touched at school, where are we gonna be safe? Okay, not us, but where are these people gonna be safe?
Yeah, where are women going to be safe specifically? Because this is primarily towards them. Yeah.
So with that being said, I'm gonna say what you call this. Throw in a hashtag justice for Twekwe.
Justice for Twekwe
that was affected.
Justice for the girl that was beaten up in Joburg.
Justice for all of them, dog.
Justice for everyone. For all women, basically.
Justice for every victim, bro.
Yeah. Guy, girl, whatever. Justice for you. You don't deserve your rights to be taken away from you. Yeah.
And with that being said, we as the JLC team are signing out.
Yeah.
Catch you next time.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and please don't forget to press the alert button on your YouTube when this comes out.
Big time.
Yeah, man, big time. Shout out to our crew and shout out to us, man.
Shout out to Cookie, bro.
Shout out to Cookie. she really pulled through. Shout out to Cookie, her. Bro.
So yeah.
She's a gent, by the way.
Is she? Are you?
She's a gent. She's a gent.
Cool. Let's go.
Till next time, guys. Please stay safe.
We're late for a meeting.
Stay safe. Yeah. See y'all.